Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, got a little case we want to show you because this case is very important. This is out of the Philippines. The Philippines? That's right, Manila, the Supreme Court for the Philippines. Why? Because the Philippines used to be, pay attention, controlled by the United States after World War II. So their courts were set up pretty much like that of the United States courts. Now, we are not focused on that aspect of things. That's not the reason why we're showing you this Philippine National Bank versus the Court of Industrial Relations, a defunct court that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, and this was a sheriff's deputy. He was a specially appointed sheriff deputy who served documents upon this bank. Okay, we don't need to know anything about the case. Why? Because the case is not important. Why? Because this is important. Let's go there. All right, this part is important. Now we need to pay attention. According to this court, in 1941, in Manila Hotel Employees Association versus Manila Hotels Company, the court chief justice said this, or one of their justices, Azita, held that on the other hand, it is well settled that when government enters into commercial business, it abandons its sovereign capacity and is to be treated like any other corporation. This is the Bank of the United States versus Planters Bank. 9 wheat, 904, 6 LED, 244. Now, by engaging in a particular business through an instrumentality of a corporation, the government divests itself of pro hoc vice of its sovereign charter. That's right, all government has a charter. They're all corporations. So as to render the corporation, the government, subject to the rules of law governing private corporations. You see, stop with the government as a corporation. They already know the government's a corporation. It's already well settled law that that is the case. So stop saying things and expecting to get a rise out of them. No. What you do is you get them to admit that they're government. The moment they admit that they're government, now you get to challenge that stupidity. Why? Because when they operate, they're operating in a commercial capacity. Anytime they are engaged in commercial business, they're trading cases. Anytime they're engaged in commercial business, traffic enforcement is a commercial business. Officers have a quota to meet. It's commercial business. Okay, tax and revenue, commercial business. It is to help bring revenue into the state. It's commercial business, by definition. Hold on, not my job to explain all of this to you guys. Let's go to the next section, because this is the part. I'm in here by myself, y'all. I was laughing hysterically. This is the courts of the Philippines, the Supreme Court saying this. I want you to pay attention. And we're going to talk about value. It is worth noting that the decision referred to, the Bank of the United States versus Planters Bank, was promulgated by the American Supreme Court in the early 1824, the opinion being penned by the great Chief Justice Marshall. Great Chief? Excuse me, was he an Indian? Anyway, as was pointed out by him, it is, we think, a sound principle that when the government becomes a partner in a trading company, commercial business, it divests itself, so far as concerns the transactions of that company, of its sovereign charter, and takes that of a private citizen. And private citizen, instead of communicating to the company its privileges and prerogatives, it's my prerogative. Anyway, it descends to the level with those to whom it associates itself. Wait, it descends to the level of a private citizen. The private citizen is supposed to be at a superior level. How can they descend to I'm sorry. And takes on the character which belongs to its associates and to the business which is to be transacted. Thus, many states of this union who have an interest in banks are not suitable even in their own courts. Are suable, excuse me. So many of this union, the states, who have an interest in banks, mortgages, so on and so forth, are not suable in their own courts. Wait, hold on. That's not true. Hold on. Pay attention. Yet they never exempt the corporation from being sued. The state of Georgia, by giving to the bank the capacity to be sued and to sue, voluntarily strips itself of sovereignty, respecting its charter and character, so far as respects the transactions of the bank. Those instrumentalities, those corporations, and waives any, this is supposed to be any of the privileges of that charter and character. Now, as a member of a corporation, a government never exercises its sovereignty. Never, ever. It acts merely as a corporator and exercises no other power in the management of the affairs of the corporation that are expressly given by the incorporating act. See, once they incorporate themselves, they do it under the administrative branch of government. They don't do it under the sovereignty, the charter, the contract, the constitution. Now, the National Shipyard and Steel's corporation case therefore merely reaffirms one of the oldest and soundest doctrines in this branch of the law. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Philippines, highlighting that the courts have known for quite some time that anytime they engage in commercial business, they are divested of power. So let's do this. Let me show you something. There's another case. This is Salas versus United States. We've seen this case before. It appears that the United States owned all the capital stocks of the railroad that had been privately incorporated, and it was held that not to be a department of the government. In that case, the court stressed the continuance of the original corporate organization by the government for its own purposes. Interesting, ain't it? Among others, to avoid restrictions of certain laws of the United States applicable to the Isthmian Canal Commission. The court held that entering private business, the government had abandoned its sovereign capacity. These precedents seem to warrant the conclusion that it is not sufficient that a private corporation is an instrumentality of the United States to defeat the doctrine of separate entities, nor is it sufficient that the government owns all of the stock of the corporation. Pay attention. What are they saying here? They're saying that the argument that many of these corporations were bringing is that they were instrumentalities of the United States, and thus the 11th Amendment applied, the sovereign immunity doctrine. The court is saying it is not enough. They can't just come in here and say that. Because as long as they're engaged in commercial business, as long as they're engaged in private business, okay, for a private corporation, for private profit, they have no government character. Just that simple. Now, there are other cases in which it has been held that the doctrine of separate entity was not applicable. Among these, we cite the following. These are the cases that we want to use. This is what... Oh, what's the case you're looking at? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have shown you guys that I did that with the Philippine case. I don't know why I didn't do it with this case. Wait, hold on. Booyah! Okay, there you go. Langer versus U.S. This is the 8th Circuit. A circuit that has been pretty liberal, but they've also been kind of stupid as well. Sorry, but it's just the court. So, the fact that these courts are making two different decisions, one is in their sovereign capacity and the other is in their private capacity. One is administrative, the other one is constitutional. They're operating in both. So don't hate government, because government is not doing the wrong. It's the corporations who act as government. Okay, but if you're in a case, you gotta get them to testify and admit that they're government. And nobody can stop you from doing that, because if they represent a government agency, get them to testify to that. And then call into question their comprehensive annual financial report. Introduce it into the record by reference. Nobody can object to that. And by introducing it into the record by reference, now you get to call in the head of that corporation or the chief financial officer. And you get to call into question all the finances of that particular venue. Nobody can challenge your competency or your ability to speak and be a person at that point. Why? Because they're the ones who admitted it. You haven't done anything. You didn't bring up the conversation. They did. See, they said they were something which they were not. You'll have to figure out how to work all of that out, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, been doing this for a while. The idea is they don't want to play. So you have to play. But you have to have your strategy worked out. And so we did a video telling you guys how to do that. Now, there is something, we're going to leave that alone for a second. I just wanted to share that with you. As a matter of fact, that's going to be the title of this video. Where is it at? Where is it at, y'all? I just had it. I was just looking at it with the rest of y'all. Oh, I got to go down a little bit more. A little bit more. This is what we are going to have as the title copy of this video. All right. But there is something else I want to show you guys. I'm a little disappointed in Google. You're disappointed? No, I'm not really disappointed. Google's a piece of fiberglass. Ladies and gentlemen, what Google has been doing, okay, for instance, you see, that video was put up more than 54 minutes ago, but at the 54 minutes is 105 views. Now this one has, pay attention, and that's hour long. This one is 6 minutes long, and it only has 374. Now, what's going on? Well, this one was a day, and it only had 258, and it had 6 minutes. What's going on between this? Why is it that this one, in just so short a time, only has 105, and then this one, 3 days, is over 1,000, 3 days, over 1,000, 2 days, over 1,000. So this one is a day old, and it's nowhere near 1,000. What's going on? I knew Google was playing with the numbers, and so let me show it to you. This is the email for the YouTube channel. Come on now, pop up. This email is only used for YouTube. This is not the email to communicate because I don't answer no emails in this account right here. None. I don't answer a single email. But these are the emails letting me know that people have subscribed. The only thing about it is from the 3rd, pay attention so you get it. This is only 50 emails. From the 3rd all the way up until the 24th, there are over 99 emails that are not here. That are not here. They're showing up on my phone, but they're not showing up here. Why is that? That's 99 emails that's not being reported as far as individuals subscribing. And those are all subscribing. Those are not like this one, copyright. They're all subscribers. Okay? Let's get off of that. Okay. I show that to you to emphasize how Google is playing with the numbers. So I would strongly advise you, don't pay attention to the amount of views that Google is claiming that people have and don't have. That's exaggerated. That's because most of those people have what's called, let me see if I can pull it up to show it to you. Let's see. My channel. Let's go to my channel. Okay. Let's see if I can show it to you so you get it. Alright, you see this? This has been this way for the last 3 days. The exact same number. But as I told you, I'm getting, what, probably 10 subscribers a day on average. Okay? And like I said, that was just 99 on my phone that I had not archived. See, the moment somebody subscribes, I immediately archive their subscription. So once they subscribe, they go immediately to archive. But that was 99 that I had not archived. I don't miss 99. Because if I get 20 of them in a day, I will select all and mark as read. Every single one of them. Because they're just notifications of subscriptions. Well, Google is not documenting that. But according to Google, and it is according to Google, this is the actual number. Your channel icon comes from your Google account. Changes may take a few minutes. I don't want to change my channel icon. I thought that I was at least going to be able to go here, but I can't go there. So, and I can't get to the regular part that I need to get to. Oh, I don't want the beta. All right, we'll go to beta. We'll go to beta. All I'm doing is showing you guys, don't believe what you're seeing on YouTube. Google is manipulating numbers for people. And if they are, what I was trying to show you there is the fact that I am not a partner. See, if you're not a partner, you can't monetize your videos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to monetize any of my videos. I'm not selling anything through my channel. Oh, by the way, speaking of selling, see, now this is 422. Now remember, this is the same Google, and oh, well, that's okay. We got 705 subscribers in the last 28 days. But this is not 700 numbers higher. We were at 1700 at the beginning of December. So they're not doing the numbers correctly. That's why I stopped watching it. But let me show it to you. Let me show you the way so that you guys will be able to see. TikTok, 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 TikTok. Come on now, hurry up. Because I think this is just as important as everything else. It's people look when they want to watch a video. Copyright claim. Wait a minute, there's a copyright claim? What am I doing with copyright? You see, I've been getting these copyright claims, and I don't mind the copyright claims, because what's happening is that they're only giving the copyright claims as of late. They haven't been given them before. So I need to find out what's going on with this one. See, there's a claim, but it's not somebody saying you need to take the video down. Ladies and gentlemen, I play music in my videos all the time. Okay? Now, just so you get it, let's see. No, I don't want to go there. I want to go to the claim. So let's see if I can get to the claim, if it'll let me. Come on, give me the claim. I don't think it wants me to go to the claim, y'all. Okay, now, do you see this right here? Video cannot be monetized. Okay, it says cannot be monetized, ad revenue paid to copyright owner. So that's how they're making their funds, is that they're advertising for free on your video when you play the music. That's why I don't get worried about that. I don't care about them doing their little stupid advertisement. Okay, that's not my concern, not my big deal. It says see action. Now, I don't want to file no dispute. I don't want to replace no song. I don't want to do none of that. So I do that. Many of you don't have a YouTube channel or put videos up or go through things like this. So this is just me showing you this is how things operate on the back end, so that you can see what goes on in the back end. Now, what's happening is the numbers don't add up. Okay? The numbers don't add up at all. It doesn't make any sense. As a matter of fact, commercial arbitration is extensively used in the US. That says 539. Let's check. And remember, we just went to this page, so that's supposed to be 539. That's supposed to be the actual number. Again, this is Bjork, and she's doing pagan poetry. But because she says I love him so much, I thought the name of the song was I Love Him. And so I was looking for the name of the song, I Love Him. Let's go back. Come on, take me back. All to myself makes me want to hurt myself. She says he makes me want to hurt myself. Now, why would somebody ever say something like that? If you love somebody so much and them leaving you would cause you to hurt yourself, you have a problem. And there is, now look at that. The one I just showed you about that had 539, why is it saying 522 here? It's the same channel. It's the same YouTube. Okay, let's do this. Let's refresh. Let's refresh. Just to test it. Let's see if it goes to 539. This is just me proving what I had been knowing all this time. I had a friend, it still says 522, and I just refreshed the page. But when we go forward, regulators, mount up. Okay, when we go forward, it simply gives us the 539. So, again, why the discrepancy? It's supposed to be the same system, the same algorithm, and so on and so forth. This is Google. And I have mentioned to you all in the past that I had someone who went and looked at my site through a different browser, and it showed one of my videos having 300,000 views. And I simply told him, yeah, I know. I said they're doctoring the numbers. This is what they do. So the commercial one, still 539. Okay? Still 539. So how is that possible that it's 539? It documents the date that it was published, and the other ones show no 539. So, ladies and gentlemen, this video that is going up, it will go up just as I mentioned to you, talking about the fact that anytime the government engages in a particular business through any instrumentality, whether it be a sheriff's department, whether it be a court, and it engages in commerce, any type of financial transactions, the government divests itself of its sovereign charter character, so as to render the corporation that the government is operating through subject to the rules of laws governing corporations, private corporations. That's what this video is about. So thank you for letting me divest this information to you. I gotta go lay down. It's been a lot of research lately. When I say research, no, putting documents together. So I need to clarify what I mean by research, because my research is not the same as yours. So I gotta go and get some rest because I am beat, exhaustedly beat. So thank you all for paying attention. Have a good day. Have a good life. Have a good night. Have a good bye.